Hey, what's going on, everybody? Matt here, Matt Secret Outdoors. Today I'm accompanied by Daniel and Nova. We are out on a small lake just north of Sudbury, Ontario. It is currently -4 degrees Celsius, so whatever that is in Fahrenheit. Today we are targeting, Dan, what's in here? Rainbow? Rainbow and brook trout. So we're gonna see what's going on. The lake has been hit pretty good lately. Dan's done pretty good. He's been out doing some scouting, we'll call it. He came out here a couple weeks ago, got a whole bunch. Came out here the other day, got a whole bunch of bites. So today we're hoping to get some decent catches. Hopefully get some good footage. But mainly just gonna have fun with friends and the dog. Be back later. After having, oh, there we go, Dan's getting a bite now too. So we've had about 12 or 13 hits. And after that many hits, I've managed to lose the dog. Oh, she found her ball. Perfect. I finally managed to get one tiny little perch. Not the species we're after. At all. But at least that explains what's going after our lines. I'm starting to think I might move my lines out to slightly deeper water, maybe. But we'll get him back and rebait and start over. See you later, little buddy. Alright guys, so we decided to change spots. We had that one little perch that came up. We were back over my shoulder there somewhere. So we moved further down the lake to a point where it might be a little bit more promising. I've got my lines down already. Dan's got one line over in this general area, and he's currently setting up his other one. Nova's investigating, making sure everything is copacetic. Alright, so I did miss it on video, but Dan cut a hole, and Nova, leave the tail alone, you little shithead. And he threw it down in, I don't know, maybe 5 feet of water. He's got a brookie, or is that a splake?
Spec.
Is it? I don't know, that looks like a splake to me.
Well, yeah, like a cocksucker though.
I was gonna say, he's juicing pretty good.
Swallowed that fucking hook big time.
No shit. Alright. So apparently we are fishing too deep. We have to be in 5 feet of water. That is the special spot apparently.
You want it?
Yeah, might as well. I'll take that one. So, ooh!
Nova, fuck off.
Pretty sure it's a splake.
Oh, take dog, I'm gonna put it over there, that little point right there.
Right over here?
Yeah.
So there's one. You got one so far. Now we just need to get 9 more. Alright folks. So, we've switched spots again. Dan got that one little trout, and we decided to switch it up a little bit. At our new spot, we have found more perch. Please hold. Squirmy little buggers. There we go. Yeah, can't really see them too good. There we go. So we're gonna get a release on him, and we're gonna call her a day, I guess, on that one. I was just looking down the hole. I'm only fishing in about I don't know, 2.5 feet of water, and I did see 2 other little brookies, but we're gonna put him back. I'll come back if we get something else. So Nova's chewing on a chunk of ice that I just threw for her. Nova. Kind of like that. So I literally just have my rod sitting on a little chunk of slush there. Over across the lake, over by where that snowball is. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's see if I can do this. No, it won't zoom. Okay, so over there, there was about 12 inches of ice over at our first spot down over there, had about 14 inches of ice. And this one has let's see here. That much. So 4.5, 5 inches. So it's not that great. The ice is getting thin. I did forget to mention, today is April 25th. Alright, so GoPro died. We just went back to spot number 1. There's Dan hanging out right there, trying to get his line set up. We did have another couple show up. They had a dog. So Dan went and got a rope for Nova for me. And as soon as he had gotten back, I put my line down in the hole, trying to figure out how deep it was. Never found bottom. So, got a little one. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, because apparently something we're doing is working. Nova's stuck to a rope now. But we're going to make it work. Yeah. Alright, so Dan just got another one. Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Not down the hole, not down the hole. Alright, so that's 2 for Dan. 1 for me. Whoop, there it goes again. Oh, come on. There. So, kudos to Dan for 2 more. Or 1 more, I guess. I've managed to add 1 to the mix. Alright, guys. Just got the second one out of my haul, if I can grab them. Another little brook trout. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just little, but in this lake, it's pretty much all there is, size-wise. So there's 1 more. I forgot to explain. I'm running braided line down to a little 12 to 16 inch chunk of monofilament or fluoro down to just a single hook with a little 1 inch chunk of worm, pretty much. We did have minnows, but Nova decided to have a snack and eat all of them. So we don't have any minnows anymore. But we did have worms, so we figured we'd give that a try. Alright guys, just taking a quick break there. Sitting in the shade. Nova, enough. So we ended up with 5 brook trout. That's enough. Get down. Dogs. So we, as you can see, we packed up. All our gear's been tidied up, more or less. We are done fishing for the day, and we're gonna take the 45-minute drive back home, and I will see you guys back in the kitchen. We are back at my place. Sorry for the horrible angle. I do not have a phone mount or phone tripod or anything like that, so unfortunately this is what we have to work with. By the end of the day, we've ended up with 5 small brook trout, speckled trout. You know, they are very, maybe not that side, very beautiful colored fish, absolutely gorgeous fish. They have amazing little spots all over them. So because of how small they are, I will be doing a very basic technique for cleaning them. I'll show you on one of the bigger ones, just that we can see it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to speed through the rest. There are 2 different techniques that I'm going to be doing, simply because I do plan on using the heads and the guts for bait for catfish this summer. So usually what I do is take your knife right there in the vent and slowly cut up the center all the way up to the head. Once you get into the throat, right there, once you're squeezing it, you can kind of see how its tongue, throat area kind of sticks out. Take your knife, poke it in one side, out the other. Grab it just like that. And maybe cut down a little further. Always make sure you guys are being extremely careful when you guys are doing that. So now that you see his mouth is here, and this part here is where I cut. Usually what I do is with a pair of basic pliers, grab there, take a finger, put it in the hole that you made, and you pull. Whoops. Pull all that stuff out. And in doing so, usually what happens, obviously not this time, you'll get, that's why, you'll be able to get all the gills and the insides out. One smooth pull. Usually it goes out just like that. So now you have a nice clean fish. And all you do is you run it under the tap, you get rid of all the extra. This, by the way, for those of you guys who are curious, that's the milt, better known as sperm. So this is a male. And then you got the rest of the insides. Again, like I said, nice clean fish. Just got to get rid of that blend line along their backbone and just kind of trim up the edges a little bit. And there's one fish clean. Now on the other one, kind of the same idea. Just kind of throw that off to the side. You find their head. That they got a big bone on their head there. So right behind that, there's going to be a little soft spot where the meat starts. You just cut down. And if you do it properly, you can kind of miss their gill plates. Make sure you guys are always being extremely careful, especially with trout, because they are extremely slimy, extremely slippery. Again, same thing. You cut up its stomach all the way up to the top. If you do it properly, again, you should be able to grab everything right out, nice and simple, just like that. And there you have it. 2 different ways cleaning trout for the frying pan. All right, everybody. Now we are going to be putting some Hoppy's Beaver Rub. It was kind of a joke from a friend of mine that had sent me this. Got a whole bunch of really weird little, let's see here, see if I can show you his. There we go. So if you want, pause the video, have a quick read at this stuff. It's just kind of, it's got a very nice smoky flavor to it. So I've already put some of it inside. I know the cutting board's still a mess, and I know we still have fish there. I'm not quite done with these guys. I'm doing something a little bit different for them because I am feeding more than just myself. So what I've done, like I said, I already got some seasoning inside of it. You can see a little bit of it there. We're going to put some more on the outside on both sides, and we are going to be frying it with a little bit of bacon fat. So, pretty basic. Jar of bacon fat. Turn your element on, your oven on, your stove, and just take a decent little wallop of some bacon grease, bacon fat. Set it up just like that. Once you're done, to keep bacon fat, you know, solid, firm, make sure you put it back in the fridge when you're done. And while we're doing that, I'm going to continue to season our little friend here. Again, guys, I do apologize for the horrible video angles as well as horrible video work. I do everything alone, and I know it definitely does show. So all you're doing, take a little bit of your seasoning, put it on the outside, just like that. Flip it over. Put some on the other side. Give it a decent little rub there, just so that everything is more or less even, so you don't bite into, you know, just pure seasoning, and then the next bite is just pure fish. It gets kind of confusing. So, as you guys can see, It is now nice and evenly seasoned on both sides. Not as even on the inside. Unfortunately, I'm doing that with one hand. So now we're just going to wait for the butter, bacon fat, oil, whatever you guys are using. Wait for it to come up to temperature. That way you guys can start cooking your fish. Because when you put it in, you do want it to kind of have a sizzle right off the bat. That's how you're going to know that it's hot enough. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there just letting your fish soak up all that extra grease for no reason. You definitely don't want your fish to be greasy, especially when it's fresh caught trout. Definitely important to enjoy the flavor, and that's why I'm using that Hoppy's Beaver Rub. It's unfortunate you guys can't smell it. If anybody knows what it is, and if anybody's ever had it before, or owns their own, if anybody has something similar to it, something I should get, something I should be trying, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys like putting on trout, know what you guys like to put on different types of fish, whatever the case may be, whether it's trout, walleye, pike, catfish is a big one for me. I don't generally cook trout. Alright guys, so like I said, temperature is about medium high. We do have our fish. Bacon fat is heated up. So all you're going to do, put it down. If you guys can hear that, there's a little sizzle. That is the sound you guys are looking for. If you guys hear that, you're off to a great start. It just means that your fish, or that your oil, your butter, bacon fat is hot enough. And you're just going to leave it there for a couple minutes on each side. You just want to make sure that, I don't know if you guys can see this, probably not, but there's the meat on it itself. Let's see if I can use my flashlight. You're going to see that the color of the meat is going to change. You're just waiting for it to go kind of a white, opaque. You just don't want it to look gooey. You don't want it to look like it's see-through anymore. Once it's not looking see-through anymore, you're good. Usually after about 30 seconds to a minute, I usually like to flip it just real quick. Start getting it cooked on the other side. Another telltale when you're starting to get close to when it's being done is the skin. If you can see that skin here is bubbling. So as soon as it starts to bubble, you know that you're pretty much done. You're almost done. At least that's the way I do it. It's the way I was taught. It's the way I cook fish. Again, if you guys have any tips, tricks, things you guys want to see me do, try, different catch cleaning cooks, I don't really care. Let me know, and I'll definitely do my best to make it happen for you. Alright guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to hammer this out. I'll come back when it's done. Alright guys, so this little guy is done. As you can see, nice golden brown color. It is looking fantastic. So I'm just going to bring that down over here and do a little bit of a taste test with them. So you guys have not exactly watched this catch it. You guys did see the aftermath. You guys have watched me clean it. We cooked it. And now we are going to taste it. It does look very good. Beautiful golden color to them once they're cooked. The seasoning is, it does have an interesting flavor. I'm not gonna lie. It is very good. It comes right off the bone, nice and easy. All I did is, unfortunately the tail part kind of broke off, but generally all you do is you hold down the tail, take your fork, spoon, and knife, whatever. You just kind of peel from there. You just kind of rake the backbone here, from the back all the way up to the front. And as you can tell, that entire fillet came right off the bone very well. All the ribs are still here. So let's give it a taste. I just tasted the tail. As far as tails go, I'm going to say it was pretty good. But let's taste the actual fish. Just going to wash down the tail. Fresh palate. So, another little piece of information for you guys. With trout, salmon, fish like that, for those of you guys who are not exactly aware, it is perfectly fine to eat the skin. The scales on these fish are so small and delicate, you can chew right through them. It's not a problem at all. I've been doing it for years, my whole life probably, and it has been perfectly fine for as long as I can remember. That my dad's been cooking rainbow trout and salmon and whatnot. We used to eat the skin, the scales and everything. It was never a big deal. So let's give this a little try here. So, skin on, as you guys can see here. Focus. Nope, not focusing. Okay, so skin there, meat there. And again, that's with the, I put it away, the Hoppy's Beaver Rub. I will say that even with that seasoning, as strong as that seasoning is and as smoky as it is, it doesn't overpower the flavor of the fish. If anything, it helps kind of bring out the flavor. It helps kind of make it stand out, make it come out a little bit better. So I will say that that seasoning is good, even on trout. But as far as a small brook trout goes, I'm going to have to say it's pretty good. So if you guys are somewhere where there's brook trout, I know they're pretty much everywhere, especially across Canada and the States. If you guys have caught them and thrown them back, and you guys have always wondered how they tasted, take it from me, they're pretty good. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to hammer out this fish. So, just sitting outside editing the video for you guys, and I realized I forgot to do an outro after eating the trout. So I ended up cooking the other 4 using just a normal Great Value, which is like our local grocery store's brand of garlic salt. It was amazing. Cooked it also with bacon fat. Brought it over to a friend's place that I can get an honest opinion, non-biased, from someone who doesn't actually eat fish, and said it was pretty good. So big bonus on that one. You have to mind the blanket. It's a little cold outside. It's starting to get back down closer to freezing temp. So if you guys want, let me know what you guys want to see in the future, whether it be another catch, clean, and cook, or just a different species of fish you guys want me to go after. Whether it be fishing, hunting is done now until fall, here at least, or late summer. But with that being said, we do still have plenty of fishing to do. So with that being said, let me know what you guys want to see. Catch, clean, and cook, different fish species. Just keep me posted. Leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget, guys, if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe.